Have you ever experienced this? Your project looks perfect on paper. Timelines make sense. The analysis is complete and the data, it clearly supports the decisions you have made so far. But when you walk into the room to present it, something feels off. People nod politely, but the energy in the room says something very different. That quiet resistance is something many leaders struggle to explain because traditional stakeholder tools teaches us to think in matrices. For example, power, interest, influence. But what those tools often miss is something much deeper. That is emotion. In complex programs, resistance is rarely about the technical change itself. However, it's often about something more human, a fear of losing control, a fear of losing expertise, a fear that years of experience tied to that system may suddenly feel less valuable. When those emotions appear, logic alone will not solve the problem. In fact, more data sometimes make resistance even stronger. This is where psychology of buy-in becomes so much important. Instead of treating stakeholders like matrices, strong leaders begin mapping emotional landscape of that room. They listen carefully what people are really saying. Sometimes technical objections are not technical at all. They are signals of professional identity feeling threatened, right? And when leaders acknowledge that openly, something powerful happens. The resistance begins to soften. People move from defending the past to helping shape the future. This is where technical empathy becomes the leadership skill. You acknowledge the value of what existed before, you created space for concerns to be expressed, and then you connect the change to something meaningful for people involved. Because real buy-in doesn't happen through the presentations. It happens when people feel ownership of the outcome. Right? And when that happens, something shifts. The same stakeholder who once resisted the change often become the strongest champions of the initiative. In the end, the success of the project is not determined only by the technical execution. It is determined by how well leaders understand the human side of the change. And when you learn to read emotional signals in the room, you stop managing resistance. You start leading transformation. In my next attempt, I want to talk about some of the OCM strategies that PMs can follow. However, my suggestion would always be in the large organizations where you are leading a large, high initiative programs or projects, you often get complemented with an OCM. That's where the skill will actually help you outshine what you are going to deliver. Well, you keep listening, but you stay tuned and also bye for now.